Hi everyone, my name is Andy Nguyen and I specialize in artificial intelligence, AI, and advanced technologies in education. With an interdisciplinary background in learning sciences, information systems, and applied AI, I'm passionate about AI ethics, privacy, and security. Today, I'm excited to share insights on AI ethics and responsible AI use, helping us navigate challenges of bias, privacy, and accountability while fostering trust and equity related to AI in our society. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Andy Nguyen. Welcome to the module on artificial intelligence, AI ethics, and responsible AI use by AI Ready ASEAN. For this module, you will learn about first, the importance of AI ethics, second, the key ethical concerns in AI, third, ethical guidelines, and finally, AI bias and fairness. Let's go into the ethics in using AI. The initial question that may arise is, can AI systems be unethical? Artificial intelligence (AI) has the potential to revolutionize the world, but it can also be used unethically. There are several potential negative consequences of unethical AI use. They include biases and discrimination, violations of privacy and human rights, and unintended harm. In Southeast Asia, recent reports from Channel News Asia illustrate a clear ethical risk in AI deployment within e-commerce. For example, AI systems designed to personalize shopping experiences can misinterpret data, a phenomenon sometimes called algorithm hallucination, leading to inaccurate product recommendations and biased advertisement targeting. Such errors risk reinforcing discrimination based on race, gender, or age, emphasizing the need for transparent, accountable AI practices to safeguard consumer interests. So, let's define what ethics is. Ethics are moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conduct of an activity. As a practical example, one ethical principle is to treat everyone with respect. Philosophers have debated ethics for many centuries, and there are various well known principles, perhaps one of the most famous being Kant's categorical imperative: act as you would want all other people to act towards all other people. This definition is proposed in his 1785 book Groundwork of the Metaphysics of Morals, with a variety of translations from the original German. Why has AI ethics become such an important topic today? Why do we need AI ethics? AI is a powerful force transforming lives, interactions, environments, and societies. We use AI every day, mostly without noticing. The introduction of increasingly sophisticated AI-enabled systems in many areas of everyday life comes with promises of improvements in social, physical, and environmental well-being. AI ethics is concerned with the important question of how human developers, manufacturers, and operators should behave in order to minimize the ethical harms that can arise from AI in society, either arising from poor, unethical design, inappropriate application, or misuse. Exploring the consequences of the deployment of AI systems in society is fundamental to ensuring such systems develop in a way that supports the well-being of humans, which should be the ultimate goal. According to the European Parliamentary Research Service, artificial intelligence poses several ethical challenges that we must address across multiple aspects. It reveals that as AI technologies become more common, they influence not only our social structures, but also our psychological well being, financial systems, legal frameworks, environmental practices, and the level of trust that society places in technology. Let's begin with the social impacts. AI is changing the labor market and the economy in profound ways. There is growing concern that the adoption of these technologies may widen the gap between different social groups, concentrating power and wealth among a small segment of society. Alongside this, issues of privacy, human rights, and dignity are at stake, as AI systems might mirror or even enhance existing biases in society. The study also raises important questions about the role of AI in shaping democratic processes, especially when these technologies are used in state-controlled settings. Turning to psychological impacts, the research invites us to consider how our interactions with AI, especially in the form of robots, could affect our emotions and relationships. We must ask ourselves whether the bond between humans and robots might lead to dependency or deception. Additionally, The possibility of granting robots a status akin to personhood challenges us to reflect on both the legal and moral responsibilities that such recognition would entail. In the financial arena, the study points out that AI could introduce risks of manipulation and collusion within our financial systems. This raises the need for clear mechanisms of accountability to protect the stability and fairness of these systems. The idea is not only to harness AI for improved efficiency, but also to prevent potential abuses that could disrupt economic balance. The legal system is not immune to these challenges either. AI's involvement in criminal activities, from misuse in cyber operations to accidents involving autonomous vehicles, forces us to rethink established legal concepts. When traditional frameworks fall short in addressing issues like liability, especially in scenarios where negligence or product liability might be in question, new legal approaches must be considered. Environmental considerations are another key area of impact. The increased deployment of AI requires more natural resources, energy, and thoughtful waste management. At the same time, AI offers promising solutions for optimizing resource use and waste disposal, potentially leading to environmental benefits. This dual effect underscores the importance of balancing technological advancement with sustainable practices. Finally, trust remains the cornerstone of integrating AI into critical aspects of our lives, such as healthcare and public services. For AI to be accepted and effective, it must be perceived as fair and transparent. People need to feel confident that these systems operate impartially and are accountable for their decisions. Examples of how ethical AI is being used across different sectors. In healthcare, ethical AI applications are making a significant impact. For instance, AI systems are increasingly used to assist in diagnosing diseases, ensuring that these tools work fairly and accurately for all patients. These systems are designed with robust data privacy measures, protecting sensitive patient information while improving diagnostic accuracy and reducing human error. This approach not only supports better clinical outcomes but also reinforces trust between patients and healthcare providers. In education, ethical AI is emerging as a powerful tool for personalized learning. AI-driven platforms tailor educational experiences to meet the individual needs of students, helping to break down traditional barriers to learning. By promoting accessibility and offering equal opportunities, these tools support a diverse range of learners. The goal is to provide customized feedback and resources that help every student reach their potential, creating a more inclusive educational environment. Turning to environmental sustainability, AI is being employed to address some of the most pressing challenges of our time. Ethical AI solutions are helping to optimize energy consumption, reduce waste, and manage resources more efficiently. By analyzing vast amounts of data, these systems can predict energy demands, streamline processes, and even assist in climate change mitigation efforts. This technology offers a promising path toward a more sustainable future by balancing the need for progress with the imperative of environmental stewardship. These examples demonstrate that when designed and implemented with ethical considerations at their core, AI technologies can contribute positively to society. They offer a way to enhance healthcare, transform education, and support sustainable practices without compromising fairness, privacy, or accountability. Some insights on the ethical guidelines for artificial intelligence that are emerging within ASEAN. As our region continues to embrace new technologies, ASEAN has recognized the importance of responsible AI use and has started to establish governance and ethical standards that can guide its development. In 2021, leaders from ASEAN countries engaged in discussions about AI's role in the region. These discussions emphasize that AI should foster inclusive development, ensuring that social and economic benefits are accessible to all member states. There was a clear call for transparency and accountability, with both governments and companies being encouraged to implement AI systems that are not only explainable, but also accountable for their decisions. A key principle from these discussions is the idea of AI for good. This means prioritizing applications that support sustainable development goals, enhance healthcare outcomes, and reduce inequalities. At the same time, there is a strong commitment to data privacy, ensuring that AI systems respect individuals' rights and comply with data protection laws. Another important initiative in our region is the ASEAN Smart Cities Network. This network supports the integration of AI into smart city initiatives while emphasizing fairness and accessibility. The goal here is to ensure that AI technologies are designed in a way that benefits every citizen, avoiding any form of discrimination, and always keeping human well being at the center of innovation. Singapore has taken a proactive role by introducing its Model AI governance framework. This framework sets clear guidelines for accountability, asking developers to take responsibility for the behavior of their AI systems. It also stresses fairness and non-discrimination, providing measures to mitigate bias and ensure equitable outcomes. Transparency is another cornerstone of this framework, with recommendations that organizations disclose the use of AI and explain how decisions are made. It also stresses fairness and non-discrimination, providing measures to mitigate bias and ensure equitable outcomes. Transparency is another cornerstone of this framework, with recommendations that organizations disclose the use of AI and explain how decisions are made. These efforts reflect a shared vision across ASEAN for a future where AI contributes positively to our societies. By focusing on inclusive development, transparency, accountability, and fairness, ASEAN is laying the groundwork for ethical AI that benefits all citizens. As we move forward, it is vital that we continue this dialogue and work together to create frameworks that not only drive innovation, but also protect our core values. In addition to the progress made within ASEAN, the global community has been actively working to develop ethical guidelines for AI. Governments, international organizations, and corporations have each played a role in shaping these frameworks to ensure that AI technologies are used responsibly. For example, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development introduced its AI principles in 2019. These principles emphasize that AI should contribute to inclusive growth and sustainable development, support human well-being, and operate with transparency and clear accountability. Similarly, the European Union has taken significant steps through its ethical guidelines and the upcoming AI Act. The EU framework categorizes AI applications based on their risk level and establishes strict rules for higher risk systems. This approach is designed to prevent discrimination, protect privacy, and ensure that human oversight remains a key component in managing AI technologies. UNESCO has also made its mark by adopting a global recommendation on the ethics of artificial intelligence in 2021. This recommendation focuses on upholding human dignity and rights, strengthening privacy and data protection, promoting inclusivity, and addressing environmental sustainability. In parallel, the IEE Global Initiative on Ethics of Autonomous and Intelligent Systems has provided guidelines that focus on ethical design and social responsibility. Their standards emphasize the need for AI systems to be developed in ways that are fair, transparent, and protective of personal data. Together, these global frameworks demonstrate a shared commitment to guiding the development and implementation of AI in ways that benefit society while addressing potential risks. They serve as a collective roadmap for ensuring that as AI technologies evolve, they do so with a clear set of ethical principles that prioritize human rights, fairness, and the common good. Let's turn our attention to AI bias and fairness. First, what is AI bias? Let's define AI bias. AI bias is the systematic error in a model's output that leads to unfair decision making. This unfairness arises from incorrect assumptions or problematic data patterns within the system. There are three key types of AI bias: selection bias, sample bias, and measurement bias. The impact of these biases is significant. They can perpetuate inequality, reinforce harmful stereotypes, and result in discrimination against certain groups. Several factors contribute to AI bias. One key factor is data diversity. When data samples do not represent the full range of perspectives and populations, exclusion bias can occur, which perpetuates inequality. Another factor is computing power. If the computational resources are insufficient, the analysis of data may be inaccurate or incomplete, affecting the model's outcomes. Additionally, human bias can be embedded throughout the AI development process, from the training data to the design and programming of the models, further influencing the results in biased ways. There are several approaches for reducing AI bias. First, it is essential to focus on diverse and representative data collection. This means using datasets that include a wide range of demographics, cultures, and contexts while actively avoiding historical biases. It also requires regular updates to ensure that the data remains relevant and reflective of current realities. Second, implementing bias detection and conducting fairness audits is crucial. Regular testing of AI systems can help identify biases early on. Tools such as AI Fairness 360 by IBM and FairLearn by Microsoft are examples of frameworks that support these efforts, allowing developers to detect and mitigate biases before deployment. Third, algorithmic transparency and explainability play a vital role. Ensuring that AI decisions are interpretable helps build trust and accountability. Using techniques from explainable AI allows users to understand how decisions are made, which is fundamental for maintaining ethical standards. These approaches collectively form a practical roadmap to reduce AI bias, ensuring that our systems make fair decisions and contribute to a more equitable society. Finally, as we look toward the future, it is important to consider the role of future generations in shaping AI ethics. I encourage students, developers, and all emerging AI professionals to think critically about the ethical challenges they may face in their careers. Reflect on how you can contribute to building an AI landscape that is both fair and responsible. Ethical AI is not the task of a single group, it is a shared responsibility that involves governments, developers, businesses, and society as a whole. By working together, we can create systems that are transparent, accountable, and respectful of human rights. Your commitment to ethical principles will help guide AI development in ways that benefit everyone. As you move forward in your careers, remember that every decision you make can shape a future where technology serves the common good. Let us embrace this challenge together and strive to make ethical AI a reality for all. I would like to end this module with the emphasizing statement that AI is a powerful tool that can help us in many ways, but it also comes with responsibility. By making sure AI is used ethically, we can ensure that it benefits everyone in society. AI Ethics and Responsible AI Use by AI Ready ASEAN. This section is designed specifically for our young audience. The learning objectives for this lesson includes: first, to acquire foundational knowledge about ethical considerations in learning environments, and second, to understand how to provide guidance for students in ethical AI use. AI is a powerful tool that can help us in many ways, but it also comes with responsibility. By making sure AI is used ethically, we can ensure that it benefits everyone in society. However, how do you or your school currently use AI in education? What are the advantages and risks? Let's talk about the role of AI in education and learning and explore how it's transforming education today. AI-powered tutoring systems, adaptive learning platforms, and personalized feedback tools are revolutionizing the way students learn. These technologies provide tailored instruction that adapts to individual needs, ensuring that every learner receives support that is uniquely suited to their pace and style. At the same time, AI is streamlining many administrative and evaluative tasks. It automates processes such as grading, scheduling, and analyzing student performance data. This automation not only reduces the workload for educators, but also allows them to focus more on engaging with students and fostering critical thinking skills. However, it's crucial to address why ethics matter in AI for education. AI decision-making has the potential to reinforce biases if the data used for training these systems is not diverse or inclusive. Additionally, there is a risk of becoming overly reliant on AI for teaching and assessments, which could diminish the essential human elements of education. If not managed carefully, These technologies might perpetuate unfair practices or create inequities in learning opportunities. Let's now turn our attention to the role of AI in assessment and grading. On the benefits side, AI can offer faster automated scoring, which significantly reduces the time educators spend on manual grading. This efficiency not only speeds up the feedback cycle, but also helps maintain consistency in grading practices. Additionally, AI can provide personalized feedback to students, allowing each learner to understand their strengths and areas for improvement in a tailored manner. However, it's important to also consider the risks and ethical challenges associated with AI in grading. One major concern is the potential for bias in AI-driven grading systems, where the algorithms might inadvertently favor certain groups over others. There is also the issue of reduced human oversight in subjective assessments, which can lead to a disconnect between the nuanced understanding a human educator brings and the data-driven decisions made by an AI. Furthermore, the use of AI to track student progress raises significant data privacy concerns as sensitive information about students is collected and stored. Let's look at a case study on AI grading bias in Southeast Asia. Imagine a university that employs an AI-powered grading system for evaluating student essays. Over time, the university notices a troubling pattern. Students who use non-traditional writing styles, those that include informal structures or regional expressions, consistently receive lower scores compared to peers who adhere to a strict academic format. Upon investigation, the university discovers that the AI model was primarily trained on Western academic writing styles. This training bias has inadvertently led to grading practices that are not culturally or linguistically inclusive. As a result, students from diverse backgrounds face unfair disadvantages, highlighting a critical issue in the design and implementation of AI grading systems. This case study clearly demonstrates that when AI is not trained on diverse data, it can reinforce existing biases and create barriers to equitable educational outcomes. Possible solutions to address these issues are within our reach. First, implementing AI transparency measures is essential. Educators need to understand how the AI makes its decisions so that any potential biases can be identified and addressed. Next, combining AI grading with human oversight is crucial. While AI can provide an initial score, human educators should review cases where there might be disputes or where the AI's decision does not seem to accurately reflect the student's work. Another key solution is to train AI models on diverse datasets. By including a wide range of writing styles reflecting various cultures and regional expressions, we can work toward ensuring fairness for all students. Additionally, it is important to allow students the opportunity to challenge AI-generated grades. There should always be a process in place for a human reviewer to be involved in any appeals, ensuring that every student is given a fair evaluation. The key takeaway for educators is clear. AI grading should support, not replace, human judgment. As educators, it is our responsibility to advocate for AI fairness and inclusivity in our learning environments. By doing so, we ensure that technology serves to enhance our educational practices while upholding the principles of equity and respect for every student. Let's examine the second case study on AI-assisted plagiarism in schools. In this scenario, a high school student submits a research paper generated by AI. Since the text is produced by an AI, the plagiarism checker does not flag it as copied content. However, the teacher notices significant inconsistencies compared to the student's usual writing style, raising suspicions about the paper's origin. The key issue identified here is that while AI-generated content doesn't fall under traditional plagiarism, it still violates academic integrity. Moreover, existing plagiarism detection tools often struggle to recognize AI-generated text. This case highlights the challenge of maintaining academic honesty in an era where AI can produce seemingly original work, prompting us to develop new methods and policies to address these emerging ethical concerns. Possible solutions for addressing AI-assisted plagiarism begin with teaching students AI literacy. It's important that they understand when and how AI assistance is acceptable. Schools must implement clear AI usage policies. defining precisely what constitutes misuse in assignments. Instead of outright banning AI, educators can encourage critical thinking by guiding students on how to use AI as a tool for learning rather than as a substitute for genuine effort. Additionally, employing AI detection tools, such as Turnitin's AI writing detection, can help identify potential instances of AI-generated text, even if these tools are not flawless. The key takeaway for educators is to move beyond a complete ban on AI. Instead, teach students to use AI ethically and transparently. Incorporating reflection exercises into the curriculum can help students critically analyze and validate AI-generated content, ensuring they engage thoughtfully with the material rather than submitting work without scrutiny. Finally, I would end this lesson with a call to action. Let's embrace AI responsibly in education, ensuring it enhances learning while upholding ethics, fairness, and human judgment for a better future.